Today I fucked up by trying to be intimate with gum in my mouth. Today I fucked up. After my morning coffee I naturally popped some gum into my mouth. The husband, unaware of the icy cool freshness I was chewing on, asked for a favor and I, being a generous, gracious and ultimately dumb wife, decided to oblige. With the gum still in my mouth, I just put it in. I didn't want to waste it. Cut to a few minutes in when I stop and ask why he looks so miserable and he mutters something about it hurting. It's then that it hits me that of fucking course the gum would probably react to his skin the same way it reacts in your mouth. Poor guy held out as long as he could before cracking and taking a shower to wash off what I can only imagine felt like the worst knockoff K&Y gel. He has since been hiding in his office, probably questioning his choice of marrying such a clueless lover, while I have since spat out the gum and am now wallowing in my own shame. Too long didn't read, icy fresh gum plus sexy time fun equals not a good time, unless you're into that, Ike. Oh dear, he'll be okay. Honest mistake. Similar thing happened with my wife and I once. Only it was jalapenos that she had recently sliced and eaten that were still on her hands and mouth. I couldn't figure out why it was hurting. Guess I thought I was just raw for some reason. But I pushed through. It was only once we moved on to something else and she started hurting that I really realized something was wrong. I thought the title said gun and I was very concerned. Some would call it a feature, not a bug. Accidents happen. Remember this for the future and you'll be good. Today I fucked up by using personalized shampoo/conditioner. I have never been more embarrassed than this morning when I showered. I live with my parents and uncle in a small apartment. My uncle spends most of his time in his room or outside, but since lockdown he spends more time in the living room. Uncomfortable, but hey, cheaper rent is worth it until I have enough to move out. My parents are away for the weekend, my aunt's country house, social distancing there too, so it is just me and my uncle. Oh, and quick fact about me, when I think I'm alone I talk to myself and make little comments and exclamations out loud. Well, back to my story. I always had a problem with my hair products since they always dry out my hair, so I finally caved in and bought personalized shampoo/conditioner. One of the benefits I added was to soothe my scalp, since the dryness reaches there and gives me salted shoulders. It arrived yesterday and today I was so excited to use it. When I lathered the product in my hair, it sent a cooling, soothing sensation which made me exhale out. Whoa, I've never had my head feel so relaxed. Since it was really early, my uncle usually wakes up at 11, I kept saying out loud, oh yay, that's the spot, amazing, stuff like that as I kept massaging my head. After I finish washing my hair, I get a call from my mom, which is weird since she only calls for emergencies. She called to say, can you please not pleasure yourself in the bathroom? Your uncle called and said he can hear you. I couldn't believe it. I told my mom that I wasn't doing that I was just using a new product in my hair that felt nice. FC she didn't bite and went on about how there's men in the house and it's disgusting, yada yada yada. I quickly left the shower, and unfortunately passed my uncle who was sitting in the living room. We could not look at each other at all, and it's been that awkward since 7 AM. I know I'm gonna get a lecture from my parents about this, which I'm dreading. I hope this pandemic ends soon. It's mortifying to be in a house where everyone knows I masturbate in the shower. Too long didn't read, made pleasure noises while using new hair products. Now everyone thinks I masturbated and am being shamed for it. That is amazing, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. It must have been some damn good shampoo, smiley face. It was. Most products I put in my hair just sits there, so I never had something that really felt like it was working. Too bad this experience came along with it as well, lol. Sorry you have to be with that awkwardness in the house. But where are you from? Salted shoulders is a great adjective to describe dandruff. I'm an American going to steal that term. American as well. I started saying salted shoulders because people would always come up to me and brush off my shoulders saying you got like salt all on your shoulders. It was funny to me cause they'd know what it was, but still say salt as to not hurt my feelings as much. What the brand of shampoo? I'll have what you're having lol. I'm gonna guess from the wording that it might be function of beauty. The phrase soothe scalp stood out as it's literally one of their customization options. Have you ever seen the commercials herbal essences used to make in the 90s? That's what I'm picturing. The only way to redeem yourself is to insist your uncle tries the shampoo and pray that he agrees that it has really got that amazing cooling sensation. Today I fucked up by letting my friend Catfish my boyfriend. I, 21F, have been with my boyfriend, 22 meters, for almost a year now. Recently we've had problems with him being unloyal. To put it bluntly, he straight up told me he wants to sleep with my friend 22F. Regardless of this, I decided to stay and try and make our relationship work. Now my friend knows about the situation. She was upset that I decided to go back to him after he told me that. She asked me if he cheated would I finally be done. You see where I'm going with this? And I told her yeah, that would probably be it for me. So she starts texting him. I didn't verbally agree for her to do it, but I knew what she was doing. Long story short, he sends her the address to a hotel and she never shows. She was at work. Of course this causes a big blow up between me and my boyfriend. I left for a couple of days and when I came back they were still texting, but this one I didn't know about. The messages were a bit inappropriate as my friend, but I know it'd be dumb of me to place the blame on her. Also, to top it off, she screenshotted the messages and sent them to my younger sister, 18F. I haven't really talked to her in a couple of days and mostly have been staying to myself. I just feel like I've been betrayed by the two people closest to me. Maybe I should have told her not to do it, but as my friend, if I'm done with him you should be too. Too long didn't read. Friend flirts with my boyfriend. Continued to talk to him after we broke up and sent the screenshots to my little sister. Edit, for clarity, my boyfriend and I live together. Came back after a few days because I couldn't afford staying in a hotel for much longer, plus I needed a secure internet connection for work. I know eventually me and him will make up, but I'm unsure about my friend. This isn't the first time she's talked to someone I was interested in. I just feel like it's not fair to be mad at her and not talk to her but still get back with my boyfriend. I'm so confused face. Let them have each other, find new people. I'm sorry it happened, but it's better to know than feel uneasy. And she did that way too easily for me to ever trust her. Especially texting after the blow up. Seems like she kinda wanted him to begin with. They saved you the time you would have invested in both of them and helped you out. You are much too young to waste your time on either of them. You don't want to wake up one day and realize you wasted your 20s on douchebags. There are plenty of fish in the ocean for both friends and lovers. Yeah, it's totally not right that you would end the friendship over it but not end the relationship with the boyfriend. They have both shown that they are untrustworthy. Honestly, it sounds like you need counseling to help you sort through this and your self-esteem or attachment issues. And honestly, I've thought the same. Been through a couple situation like this and I've noticed it's really hard for me to let go even when I know if be better off. I need to look into that. Commenting again after the edit. Do not talk with either of them. You said it's not the first time she's done it, and with cheating you shouldn't accept that. It wasn't accidental, he rented a room. When is the last time he did that for you? When is the last time he went out of his way to sleep with you? If he's bold enough to do this with your best friend, I wonder how many he's actually done it with. The last time she did it, it wasn't as big of a situation to me. We were seniors, standing in the hallway. I pointed a boy out we had in a couple of our classes and said he's cute. She immediately walked up to him and asked for his number. I was shocked. I'll never forget that. Also, did I mention how I met her? She was talking to one of my boyfriends. She didn't know at first, but when she found out we became friends. I thought she stopped talking to him when we became friends, but apparently they would text and meet up in secret. I recently just found out because someone I knew happened to see them. We have sex all the time, which is why I'm so confused. We literally had sex that day. You're right though. I absolutely do not trust him, and now I'm looking at my friend different too.